BSc 2 Semester 3 Sedimentary and Metamorphic Petrology Lecture 5 Arenaceous Deposits. In the previous lecture we have seen non-transported category residual deposits, and from transported category rudiaceous deposits, which are very coarse grain in size. Today we are going to learn arenaceous deposits. Arena means sand and arenaceous deposits means sand sized deposits. They range in size between 2 mm to 1/16 mm. They are referred as sands. Sand means here generally siliceous sediments. Siliceous means rich in silica. Those minerals which are rich in silica, they form silica sand. Again, they are further classified as coarse, medium and fine grain depending upon their grain size. Collectively, these type of sand form arenaceous deposits. Coarse sand, its size ranges between 2 mm to 1/2 mm. For medium sand, the size range is 1/2 mm to 1/4 mm. And for fine sand, the size range is 1/4 mm to 1/16 mm. All these three types of sand are called as arenaceous deposits. Arenites. Arenites are also called as arenaceous rocks, means those rocks which are formed from sand sized grains. These sand sized grains are held together by means of welding or cementation. Welding means compaction and consolidation, and cementation means a fine grained mineral matter is there which helps to hold together the mineral grains, and this type of structure is called as clastic texture. In a particular deposit of rock, one of the size, that is either coarse or medium or fine grain size of the sand is predominant, and accordingly the arenites are classified as coarse arenites, medium arenites or fine arenites. The examples are sandstone, gravex and arkose. Sandstone, as the name indicates, the stone that is made up of sand. The size is ranging between 1/16 to 2 mm, and they consolidated together or held together with the help of cement, forming a new rock type which is called as sandstone. Mineral composition. Silica is an essential constituent of sandstone. The silica mineral is quartz, which is the dominant or essential mineral. Along with quartz, feldspars and mica are also present. The texture, that is the mineral grains, they may be medium to fine grain. Also, the different mineral grains, that is grains of quartz, grains of feldspars and grains of mica, they vary in their size, shape and their arrangement. And accordingly, the sandstones are classified as coarse, medium and fine grained sandstone. They show clastic texture, means cementing material is there to hold together the different mineral grains. Next, color of the sandstone. Depending upon the mineral composition and cementing material, sandstones are of various colors. If the cementing material is ferruginous, it shows red color or brown color. If the cementing material is calcareous, it shows grey color. And if the cementing material is siliceous, it shows white color. Again, certain types of sandstones are there depending upon mineral composition and cementing material. First, siliceous sandstone. If silica is the cheap cementing material, the sandstone is of white color and it is called as siliceous sandstone, and it is very hard and durable and can be used as a building stone. If the cementing material is made up of calcareous minerals, means calcium carbonate rich minerals or magnesium carbonate rich minerals, then it is called as calcareous sandstone, and it is grayish or yellowish in color. If the cementing material is iron rich, that is ferruginous, the sandstone is red in color. All of us know Red Fort, situated in Delhi. That Red Fort is made up of ferruginous sandstone, and hence it is called as Red Fort. Again, depending upon mineral composition, there are certain types of sandstone are recognized. We have seen the general mineral composition, that is quartz, feldspar and mica. If the sandstone is rich in feldspar, the essential mineral is quartz or dominant mineral is quartz. But if feldspar is present in considerable amount, it is called as arkose. Next is greywack. It is rather an impure grey colored sandstone with complex mineral composition. As there is no uniformity in its mineral composition, it is impure in nature and it is called as greywack. Then next variety is flagstone. It is flaggy in character. Flaggy means it has a tendency to split along bedding planes, as it is rich in mica. Micaceous minerals or mica minerals are foliated in character and they get split easily. Hence this rock also gets split easily and it is called as flagstone, and due to its character of splitting, it is not recommended as a building stone. Then next variety is freestone. It is quartz rich variety. As the quartz is very hard, durable and resistant mineral, this sandstone is also massive and compact and shows dense packing, means compact packing of mineral grains, and hence it is hard and durable and can be used as a building stone. Next variety is ganister. When the quartz grains are of irregular size, they are angular and subangular, and the sandstone contains siliceous cement with some kaolin, which is a variety of clay. Then this type of sandstone is called as ganister. And last variety is grit. A coarse sandstone with angular grains is called as grit. It is rather coarser than regular sandstone and hence it is called as grit. So in this lecture we have studied definition of arenaceous deposits, which are nothing but sand sized deposits. Again, there are three kinds of sands depending upon its grain size: coarse, medium and fine grain. Then we have seen the varieties of sandstone depending upon its color, its mineral composition, its cementing material. So all these include in arenaceous deposits. In the next lecture we are going to learn argillaceous deposits, which are very fine grain: rudiaceous, arenaceous and argillaceous.